somewhere else, put a 1 in the comments below, and let's get this kicked off. All right, cool. I think it is getting this flow down and everything. But what's up, Warrior? Hey, welcome back to Warrior Wisdom. And I got a question for you today that I believe that if you can answer, you're going to see how your business will grow faster. You're going to see how your relationships are going to be a lot stronger. And you're going to see how your life can change and you grow deeper relationships with other people. And the question is this, is what do strong people look like? Like, what do strong people really look like? I think we're in a society now of both men and women where we have an image of what strength actually looks like that is wrong. For men, you might call it toxic masculinity. It's men being like super rough and tough. You might be thinking of a man that's like very rigid and very strict, and someone that has a dominating attitude, right? That might be on a man's side. It's like they can just handle anything. They're like The Rock or something. On the flip side, we also have a society now that paints women as being strong, as being, I'm just going to use this term, like the feminazi woman, like the one that don't need no man, the one that's like got it all handled, the one that is rough and tough as well too, kind of like a masculine woman, right? That woman that is the one-stop shop and, you know, nothing can phase her and just, she's just like the She-Ra of the world. Do you guys know what I'm talking about with this? Give me a wave or put a 2 in the comments if you understand what I'm referring to here. And coming with this type of a mindset, especially going into the business realm, we have ideas of what it means to be strong. And I'll submit to you this, is that this definition is hurting your business and actually hurting the world. And if you don't change this, if you don't understand true strength, then it's going to completely disconnect you from having deep, authentic relationships with your customers, your partners, and everything. And it's one of the biggest mistakes that I've made. I'll share with you a quick story. The first time as we were building up our business, I fell into this trap of what I thought strong people looked like. I never shared weaknesses. Everything had to be a good day. I never opened up my heart to people. I wanted to guard myself. I had to be the know-it-all. I had to be the one that was a go-to person. If I didn't know the answer, they couldn't know that I didn't know the answer. I didn't want to look weak because I thought that's what strength looked like. But I want you to think about this, is when you're too strict, when you're too rigid, when you're too solid, did you know that in the natural realm, if something is too strong, it becomes brittle? If it's too strong, it breaks easily. Think about it this way. Let's just think if you're playing a sport or something and you stand. Let's say you're playing any sport. With your knees, they tell you don't lock your knees. You want to be supple. You want to be able to bounce around. If you're too rigid, if you're too strong, you actually break down faster. And when the storms of your business come, when the storms of your life come, if you don't have the proper strength, you break down. And we lost almost everything in our business because I was having the wrong mindset of what strength really looked like. So what does strength really look like? Warriors draw strength from vulnerability. Warriors draw strength from vulnerability. Put a 1 in the comments if you're still with me on this. And I've changed things around, and I want to submit this to you as you're going along with your day-to-day. As you're posting on social media, are you letting people into your world, and not just the good, but also some of the bad? As you're connecting with your clients and your partners, are you only telling them the good? Are you actually connecting through the pain? You know, another place that I think many times that I made a big mistake was when I connected with my mentors and coaches. I felt like I needed to look like I always had something put together. So if they were asking me if I needed any help, I'm like, I got it, but I really didn't have it. I thought I had to figure it all out of myself. And it prevented me from connection. It prevented me, my ego would be up, and it prevented me from actually solving problems. I don't know who I'm talking to today, but I bet I'm talking to somebody. I want to challenge you to let down the walls. And I've noticed this because, as you know, we've recently announced that my wife is expecting, and it's been a 5-year journey. And I'll tell you, we made a social media post, for example, and it blew up like crazy. Like there were like 1,000 comments on this thing. Like literally, I got into Facebook Messenger jail multiple times because we just could not comment back on everybody. Who here would love a post of yours to blow up like that as well too, you know? And I bring this up because I remember it used to not be that way. And I thought, why is that the case? It's because I shifted the mindset on what I believed strength really was. If you've been following that journey with us, we've been very open and transparent and vulnerable about the pains we've had with an infertility journey. We've talked about our struggle. We've talked about our pain. We've talked about our suffering, but we've also let people through the journey of what we're doing about it. In your life, in your business, where are the areas that you can start to let down some walls and start to share out there? You don't just share the junk, but you also share how you're going and working through this solution. If you want to have more partners in your business, do you have to get some major promotion, make tons of money to attract people? Actually, no. If you want to get more partners in your business, if you start to showcase behind the scenes what your business really looks like, the good and the bad, you start to let people into the real part about yourself, you're going to notice how people connect with you at a deeper level. They trust you more, and they actually want to do business with you. You don't need to make $1 million to attract some big leaders. People want more than ever in this world someone that's real, someone that's raw, someone that can be vulnerable with how they are. But through that vulnerability, showcase an attitude and showcase a mind state of gratitude, of grit, of persistence, of you keep on going on despite getting hit down. Does this make sense for anyone right now? I want to challenge you on this. I want to challenge you to break down guards in the heart, because after working with so many 6, 7, 8-figure earners, this is probably the biggest thing that I've seen that attracts people at a higher level than ever before. People are tired of fake strength. People want the real you. People want the raw you, but the raw you that's being sharpened, not just the junk, period. Junk being sharpened. We all got issues. We all got problems. So I want you to think today, how do you let people into your world a little bit more? Maybe it's a past story. Maybe it's a current struggle. But also think, how can you lead them into that next place? And I bet you're going to see that your people are going to react to you in such a different way. Because the reality is this, as perfect as everyone thinks that they look, every one of us got problems, right? Put a me in the comments if you got a challenge right now in your life, like something, you know, you're interested. We all got something, right? And it's hard to do. It's harder to be vulnerable because it welcomes pain as well too. It's harder to be transparent because you are vulnerable now. You're out there in the open. But because if you're willing to actually start to do that more, people have so much respect for you because they're like, man, I don't know if I can do that as well too. And it grows a deeper level of trust. So warriors draw true strength from vulnerability. I just want you to consider that today, whether it's online or in person or whatever that it is. Start to think, how can I relate with people through the equal pain, and then bring them into the other side. And once you do have those victories, I'm telling you, it's so much sweeter and people understand so much more. And your social media will blow up, for example, because you walked them through those journeys. All right, everyone. Well, hey, I hope this was helpful. If it was, consider, if you're not yet subscribed, we put this on our YouTube. We put this on a podcast so you get daily doses of wisdom. Just unlock your inner warrior. But true warriors are vulnerable, and that's where they draw their strengths from. All right, everyone. Hey, on that, have a great one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.